Tonight, why the ACLU should be condemned. That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. President Obama did the right thing yesterday by listening to his generals and refusing to release evidentiary photos of American military people abusing prisoners. Many of the abusers are now in prison themselves, as our justice system does not permit random violence against captives. But the ACLU is not satisfied with the convictions. It wants to damage America further and put the lives of American service people overseas in even more danger. That is the truth. The ACLU does not care about these brave men and women at all. Now, here's what Talking Points said on April 27th. The ACLU, which sued to get the pictures released, wants to inflame the world against the USA. That, of course, will put our troops and diplomats in even more danger and make it harder for the Obama administration to get cooperation from other countries. Does the president understand that?
And because she love it.
No, apparently he does. Mr. Obama did the right thing. Now, ACLU Chief Anthony Romero is the big villain here, but he is not alone. Publisher of the Los Angeles Times, Eddie Hartenstein, saw his paper editorialized for the release of the photos today. And radical left George Washington University professor Jonathan Turley is making the far left rounds, promoting the release of the pictures. Now, we used to respect Turley, but no longer. He has really gone over to the dark side.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Anyone who wants those pictures in the hands of our enemies is no friend to America or to the military. And it is time that clear-thinking people hold the haters responsible. America has more than 200,000 men and women in the field overseas protecting us. And some loons want to hand the enemy inflammatory pictures? No, the lunacy stops here. A new Fox News poll says a whopping 77% of Americans believe the pictures would cause a backlash against American troops. Once again, the people know the score. Every member of the ACLU is guilty. Every one of them. There's no excuse to support this organization any longer. Going forward, the Obama administration must take the case to the Supreme Court, period. No backing down. The president can also issue an executive order in case, even if the courts continue to do the wrong thing. He has the power. Lives are on the line. And this time, the enemy is not just the terrorists. It is some of our fellow Americans themselves. And that's the memo. Now, for top story tonight, reaction to this. Joining us from Cleveland, Ohio, radio star Mike Gallagher. And from Philadelphia, Fox News analyst Dr. Mark Lamont Hill.
Hi, Bill.
All right, Doctor, I'm really, as you can tell, angry. I'm angry about this. I don't think there's any doubt that President Obama did the right thing here. He listened to his generals. They all told him the same thing. You cannot put people in danger on the battlefield by releasing pictures like this. And you say what?
I say I'm angry too, Bill. Like you, I worry about the safety of the troops, but I don't believe that that preventing these photos from being released is going to keep the troops safer. What it does is it makes our president look weak. It makes him look like a flip-flopper. It makes it look like someone who will succumb to the campaign of terror being prosecuted by Dick Cheney over the last month. And it also makes us look like we have something to hide, that we haven't turned over a new leaf, that all the talk of transparency and democracy and hope and change has been nothing but empty campaign promises, which only galvanizes terrorists.
If you're the president and your generals and defense secretary come in and they say to you, Dr. Hill, please don't do this. We all agree. Everybody in the Pentagon agrees. This is bad for our troops, puts them in more danger. You, Dr. Hill, are going to say, fuck you people. I don't care what you say, Secretary of Defense, General Petraeus, and on and on. I'm going to do this because I want transparency. That's what you're telling me? That's what you're telling me?
That's sort of... No, that's not what I'm telling you. What I'm saying is not just about transparency, which is sort of an abstract theoretical thing. I'm saying that troops will actually be safer if we don't have a nation of terrorists who are currently disparate galvanizing around this idea that America has something to hide. And also, I don't concede the point that everyone in the Pentagon agrees about this, although Petraeus and other Bush and Cheney appointees
somebody who doesn't agree.
Well, we don't know. What we've seen is leaks to say that there have been debates about this.
Why wouldn't you accept the fact that all the generals say the same thing?
Because we've heard that there have been debates. We haven't released the particular name. Just because we don't have names.
I didn't hear that.
If you look in international news and you look at news outlets, you'll see that there have been internal debates about, again, they haven't leaked names. They haven't leaked names, just like they haven't leaked pictures.
All right, well, look, the phantom people are the phantom people. All right, what say you, Gallagher?
Yeah, I mean, Mark, you could always go to the internet. I'll bet you'll find somebody out there on the internet who wants them released in terms of his generals.
I don't know of anybody in the Pentagon or in the Defense Department who would want these pictures.
I was being sarcastic.
Do you think they publicly say that?
I mean, that's why Mark can't answer the question, Bill. There's nobody out there. Listen, the president has zero credibility on this issue because the president has zero credibility on this issue because he shamefully released the interrogation documents against the advice of his own CIA director, against the advice of his own generals. He's just hedging his bets this time, but this is the dilemma he's got. He's got a mess on his hands because of people like Mark, who are this radical, I'm sorry, branch of the Democratic Party, who are going to squawk about transparency and put our soldiers' lives in danger. But President Obama is listening to the Dr. Mark Lamont Hills.
Gallagher, I'm not getting this. Didn't the president do the right thing yesterday? Why aren't you giving him credit for doing the right thing?
Even a watch is right twice a day.
Well, because she is.
And even a blind squirrel finds a snake.
But why not give him credit for being right?
Because he's got zero credibility on this issue, Bill, because of his track record in releasing the interrogation documents.
I'm not getting zero credibility means he doesn't do anything right. Yesterday, he stood up against the left wing of his party and the ACLU and all of these nuts, and he said,
Hey, Bill,
I'm gonna do the right thing, and I'm gonna take the advice of my generals, and I'm going to stop it.
How long do you think it's going to take before these pictures get leaked? Remember Abu Ghraib? Remember Seymour
speculation. I'm dealing with the real world. Look, if you're going to criticize Hill, and you should, because I disagree with Hill on this one, that he's wrong and that this does put our people in jeopardy, then I think you have to be fair and say the president did the right thing and not say, well, how long is this going to happen? I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair.
He's a political pragmatist, and he's hedging his bets. He's hedging his bets.
I think he did the right thing. I don't know what he's hedging. I can't read his mind. Now, doctor, wait. Because I want to keep this very, very simple, because it is a simple thing. Yeah. This is not a complicated thing. Every war, every country, there is abuse in war. And there was abuse here. And American military did bad things. And as far as we know, cases are adjudicated. To release pictures of people doing bad things when they've already been prosecuted, when the cases are already underway, because that's where these pictures come from, military justice system. It serves no purpose. It doesn't advance the story. It doesn't advance the cause of justice. It does nothing. It's gratuitous. And you're smart enough to know that, doctor.
I appreciate the compliment, but here's what I would say. First, the president himself has said that there's nothing in these batch of photos that are more sort of evocative or problematic.
But they're bad photos.
Right. No, but what I'm saying is, so we've already seen the worst. The world already knows that torture and abuse happens.
So we need to see it again? We need to see it again?
No, what we need to see is a systematic regime of torture rather than what they told us before, which was a 2 or 3.
No credible source makes that accusation that it's systematic. Nobody says that.
No,
Obama
well,
doesn't
that's
say
not
it.
true.
Pelosi doesn't say it. No one says that. There's no evidence.
Do you trust Pelosi, Bill? Pelosi just spent.
My job is to keep
Pelosi
an
just spent the
eye on
last
them
week
all.
lying.
But my
Me
job
too.
is also to be sane.
And because she is, and because she is,
Gallagher, I'm going to give you the last word. God help me. Go ahead. Gallagher, I'm going to give you the last word. God help me. Go ahead.
Listen, I beg you, Bill, to use the same criteria about these pictures as we should have used against the interrogation documents. He doesn't care about keeping American troops safe. He is worried about his political allies and his enemies.
I don't believe that.
And this is a political decision, and it's shocking and it's shameful.
I disagree
and
with
Mark
both
is worried
of
about
you
transparency.
guys.
It's terrible.
I disagree with both of you guys. I don't think the President of the United States doesn't care about the troops in the field. I don't.
Thank you, Bill.
All right. See you.